Ray in peace. Oh, you can't see it. Curses. Alright. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
you can't see it.
Darn you, camera. Alright. Hopefully you can see it. It says Ray and then heart. He signed my shirt. That was like years ago. But
It's okay. He was cool anyway.
Ray in peace. Alright, that's our memorial to Ray for this episode. Because
My Little Pony, what the heck did I just watch? Heber, what?
Alright, so we had who wrote Sleepless in Ponyville?
Powell.
Alright, Corey Powell wrote Sleepless in Ponyville. And then we had Polsky write the Sweetie one. And then now we have Haber writing Bloom and Gloom. So, alright. So basically, this is Apple Bloom's Sleepless in Ponyville, or for him, the Sweetie Toils.
Yeah.
It's Apple Bloom's turn.
And it's the last of Luna visits the CMC in their dreams, as far as we're aware, unless they do another one for whatever reason.
Yeah. Like, I don't know who they do it for, since
Babs.
Babs has her cutie mark.
Okay, that happens.
That happened.
And it's hairstyling, of all things.
Her cutie mark is a pair of scissors. I'ma shank you.
Prepare the snips in Babs shipping.
I still have the headcanon that Babs just shanks everyone now. Because she does live in the city. She found out her special talent was a pair of scissors when she shanked someone. What?
You know, what you're saying isn't as ridiculous as what happened in this episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, also, my fanfic is already ruined and I didn't even get around to writing it. Maybe I can do something where it's like I put up a disclaimer. This takes place between Rarity Takes Manhattan and Bloom and Gloom because...
Or you just say, this is written before this episode, so... Yeah, like... Oh, who cares? It's a fanfic. No one cares about fanfics. Your headcanons were crap anyway. It's our mine.
Well, no, my Flim Flam fanfic had is why Sparkle's a unicorn, like way into season 4 when she was already an alicorn.
Because you had no reason why to explain her as a princess anyway.
Yeah, it's like, she's a princess, why can't she do something? And then, yeah, so I just was like, make her a unicorn. So...
Let's talk about the episode.
Let's talk about the episode instead of my fanfic. That doesn't exist yet.
No one cares about your fanfics.
I have 500 views. That's good.
Whatever.
And
let's see.
Anyway.
So let's start with pretty much finding out that Babs has her cutie mark now.
Suddenly.
Well, is this the end of... Well, it looks like we're not going to see her again.
That's a way to start off the episode.
And now all the Babs City people are like, hey, why did Babs have her cutie mark now?
It could have been handled worse.
Yeah.
I can think of worse ways to handle it, but...
Also, yeah, hairstyling. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense.
But they even pointed out, like, that. Yeah, she does the whole thing.
Blowing your hair up.
Yeah.
Which I can't do, because... How come you can do it? And I can't.
You gotta angle it somehow.
Angle it! What? Back to the episode.
You guys said the scene, and Apple Bloom starts freaking out, like, realizing, oh great, what if I get my cutie mark before you girls? What if you get yours before me? What if my cutie mark is terrible?
What if my cutie mark isn't related to apples?
It's gonna be related to apples.
It's gonna be related to apples.
No matter how ridiculous it is, it's gonna be related to apples.
So we cut to Apple Bloom completely freaking out, like in front of Applejack, like, oh, what am I gonna do about my cutie mark? And now I didn't even consider all the possibilities. Everything's gonna fall apart. And
Applejack's like,
here, I'll sing a lullaby. Sings a lullaby. There. I like the lullaby.
Yeah, it's nice, and of course, Ashley Baldwin makes it sound so adorable.
It is adorable.
Hush now, quiet now.
Yeah, it's like...
Suddenly Sweetie come out of freaking nowhere.
Yeah, after the thing is done, Apple Bloom's like, no matter what I get, and then just starts dozing off. Then all of a sudden, Sweetie Belle just bursts in singing Hush Now, Quiet Now.
No one steal our jokes. Someone makes a joke.
No, I think there's probably a comic made of it already. I wouldn't doubt it.
Whatever.
So Apple Bloom falls asleep.
Oh yeah, another thing. Apple Bloom's Sweetie Belle sounds so old now.
I didn't really notice Sweetie Belle since she was already like sounding old back in season 4. Like it doesn't bother me as much anymore. But I really noticed Apple Bloom.
They're getting old.
Old.
Yeah, there's no excuse that apparently a year has passed in show. That's just ridiculous. Even for cartoons.
Oh well. So Apple Bloom wakes up the next morning.
With a cutie mark, apparently.
You have your cutie mark? What is it?
What is that?
You're a pest pony. Okay.
Yep, she's dreaming already.
Yeah.
Because she didn't even do anything.
She just woke up.
She just gets it.
She just woke up and already has a cutie mark and is thrust into the field. And she's good at it.
But then...
And then you're like, is this a dream? Or am I crazy?
Yeah.
You think that multiple times throughout the episode. Like as the episode continues, you start thinking it, like, both more and less at the same time.
Yeah, like, watching the episode, I'm like, I think I know where this is going. But then I'm like, I don't know where this is going.
But then you have no idea where it's going. So...
No, writers! You can't be more genre-savvy than me! I'm the genre-savvy one! I review things!
Yeah, and then... So, Apple Bloom meets with the pest pony who's retiring. Learns how to...
Get rid of a new species, apparently a bug
that may or may not exist.
I think they exist. I mean, why not?
I mean, they could exist, but they could also very well be a figment of Apple Bloom's imagination. But
why would she come up with something called Twitter mates?
Twitter mates.
Also, more Twitter jokes.
Is that what they're doing now? Is the staff just annoyed at us for spamming them throughout Twitter, and they're just throwing Twitter jokes at us?
But
this is on purpose. I refuse to believe any different.
Just wait. Wait till another one shows up. Then it's completely obvious that they're...
One more Twitter joke, and that is it. They are officially just...
Wait. Two Twitter jokes, and not a single Alicorn joke from Larson.
Well, Larson only worked on 2 episodes.
He's gonna write more this season, I know. He's gonna throw in an Alicorn joke somewhere.
Oh yeah, and this is the first episode this season to not be co-written.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just Josh Haber.
Yeah, just him.
And I'd say that this is the best episode of the season so far. By the way.
But we're only 5 episodes in.
4.
5, 4, whatever.
This is episode... What do you mean, whatever? This is episode 4.
If you don't count the 2 prior as a single episode.
Then that would be 3 episodes.
Oh. I'm dumb.
This is why math. Math, not even ones.
I hate you.
Oh, I love you too.
I was petting you.
No. Move on.
Yeah, so basically Apple Bloom deals with these Twitter mice, which are basically like these electric parasite things that pretty much can destroy everything.
Yeah. The farther apart they spread, the more destructive they'll get. Okay.
Yeah, so she
Show the fandom.
Yeah, but then Worst Pony and her psychic shows up and they start taunting her. I'm like, Apple Bloom
has her cutie mark, and you're taunting, and they're still taunting her.
It's a lame cutie mark.
Oh, what?
You have a tiara and she has a spoon. That is...
She has a spoon. What even is that? What even is that?
Well, if you actually understand what the definition of silver spoon means...
Yeah, but
it's still a spoon!
It's a spoon. What even is that?
You have no excuse to complain. You have a spoon and you have a tiara.
You have a freaking headpiece. That's it.
And of course I'm thinking, hey Apple Bloom, why don't you use those Twitter mice on those 2?
And...
She doesn't.
Well, she...
Oh, come on, that would have been so much fun! No, we just watched, just like...
Well, she does release them.
But not on them!
Yeah. Well...
That would satisfy my hatred.
Who knows, they might have gotten attacked off screen. Let's only hope.
Well, they do attack Ponyville.
Yeah.
And blow up the barn. Again. Wow.
Apple Bloom seeing the barn destroyed. Oh no, the barn got destroyed. Alright, let's sing a song to fix it again. Raise this barn, raise this barn.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, here's the funny thing. Applejack's barn gets blown up. Oh, that's inconvenient. Twilight's house gets blown up. Suddenly that's a problem!
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Well, I mean, there were books in there. There were books in Twilight's house. That's reason to destroy Tyrek. What's even in the
There was also Aloysius.
Yeah, but she saved Aloysius.
What if she didn't?
So?
And the bees! No, the bees were casualties too!
The bees! Well, screw the bees. What have they ever done?
They were a nice decoration.
What have they done for the show?
Pollinate flowers.
Are you sure? Do bees even pollinate flowers in Equestria?
Well, I don't know. Considering that ponies seem to do everything nature-related.
Moving on.
I wonder who controls physics and gravity.
Pinky.
No, she defies physics and gravity.
Then...
Party ponies defy unknown physics and logic.
Alright, let's go with Lyra does that. Lyra controls physics. She is the master of physics. Suddenly. What?
That's a terrible headcanon.
I don't care. It's my head.
Well, then again, I'm
Alright, fine. Cloud Chaser. How about that?
I don't know. Let's move on. So Apple Bloom wakes up.
So Apple Bloom gets shocked by the Twitter lights and dies. Except she wakes up.
Wasted.
Wasted. Jeez. Alright.
I'm like, okay, so...
Well, she's dead. Oh, no, she's awake.
But it turns out it's just another part of the dream.
Yeah.
There's a dream within a dream within a dream. We have to go deeper.
Yeah.
Inception noises.
Alright, so when Apple Bloom goes downstairs for a second time, she has the alchemy cutie mark, which makes the alchemy headcanon a very unlikely now.
Showrunners, why did you use the alchemy?
It's like this is it's like at that point you're like, all right, it's still definitely a dream, but now that's just.
But that would be Apple Bloom though.
Yeah, it's like, what were you setting up before?
No, we can't have the cutie mark Crusaders get their cutie marks because we need to keep selling them toys. Yeah. So that's why Rainbow Dash isn't Wonderbolt. That's the same logic as well. Priorities, guys!
But...
well, if you're...
I mean, I can't get too mad at it.
Yeah,
I mean, it
we can't jump to conclusions right now. That's what we did last season. I mean, Tommy Oliver and Digibrony and other people.
And, like, everybody.
Yeah. Except for those one or two people who didn't do squat because they're like, okay,
let's just watch. Anyway, so she gets her alchemy cutie mark, and then she goes to her friends.
But she doesn't even do anything alchemy related.
Oh yeah.
So there's still a chance she can still get her cutie mark.
Oh yeah, I did say that before.
Well, if she does do it, we'll at least know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. So...
Yeah, so she meets up with the Cutie Mark Crusaders, but then they, like, ditch her.
Yeah, the Cutie Mark Crusaders are like, oh, well, you have your cutie mark now. Well, you're kicked out of the club then.
Oh, yeah. Another thing throughout the episode is basically Apple Bloom keeps getting transported to some sort of weird forest thing where some sort of voice takes away her cutie marks.
Yeah.
Starlight, what are you doing here?
Except they're not equal signs, so it can't be Starlight.
Starlight has a twin sister?
But it can't be Starlight because they're not equal signs.
That's why I said Starlight's
well,
twin sister.
This is a dream after all.
And I thought the Sweetmo episode was trippy. What the heck was I watching with this one?
This one wasn't trippy, it was just ridiculous.
I think the writers love the dream episodes, basically. They just go all out with the insanity.
Yeah, I'd rate this I think I'd rate this on par with... I don't even know if I can't even rate it right now. I need to get all my thoughts out first.
Alright, yeah, so, yeah, then, of course, Apple Bloom comes back to the CMC. Apparently, they got the Cutie Marks, but we don't see them.
Yeah.
Because the camera really doesn't show them.
Yep.
And then she wakes up again.
Yep. And then she's like, oh, I finally don't have my cutie mark. And then on the other side, nope, she has her cutie mark on the other side. And then she turns around again, cutie mark, and then turns around again, different cutie mark, and then Apple Bloom's face as a cutie mark, which winks. What is this? It's like, within that 10 seconds, you go from, oh, okay, the ride's finally over, to, what? 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 What?
I swear,
What?
the showrunners are... They were intentionally screwing with us this episode.
Yeah.
That's what they were going for, and I am pleased with that, because I like mind screw.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it confuses me.
And then Apple Bloom goes downstairs and was like,
Well,
what's going on? And then she has a dolphin cutie mark.
That's not an apple cutie mark.
That's not an apple. And then Big Mac starts speaking. This must be a dream.
Yeah, but you know what? We keep hearing Big Mac speaking.
Big Mac speaking out of Applejack's mouth, and then out of Granny Smith's mouth. What is this?
I'm like, I swear I'm tripping out.
What's going on anymore?
Yeah, and
Big Mac is speaking, but he's speaking for everyone.
This is the time to ramble, because this is one of those episodes that really... How do I feel towards this?
What's going on?
There is no logic, only Zool.
Yeah. So, after meeting up with the shadowy pony, like, a lot in her dreams...
And then I started getting Story of the Blinks, like, flashbacks.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a thing where Apple Bloom goes to some sort of village thing who don't like cutie marks.
Oh. Okay.
People were getting that advice from the season 5 premiere anyway.
Okay.
But now this is a more plainly story than the Blinks.
Yeah.
Well, because it's starring Apple Bloom dealing with spooky, scary shadows or something like that. Also, don't know who that voice was of the shadow thing.
I think it was Michelle Kraber. I have no idea.
It was either Tibet St. Germain or Michelle Kraber.
If it was, I either or, that's very convincing. Like, that is a different voice. Oh yeah, and Luna's voice is different. Like, the for him this reading about 12 is different. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, but then, like, Apple Bloom, I finally realized, wait, this whole thing was my shadow. What's going on?
Yeah, so...
You were deluding yourself, Apple Bloom. I need to snap sense into you.
Yeah, so when Luna finally shows up...
Oh yeah, Luna just pretty much shows up, like, in the third act of the episode.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, the second half.
That's pretty late, actually. Like, for
at
this
least
kind of episode.
At least for Squirrel and Sweetie Belle, she at least showed up halfway through the episode.
Yeah. So I'll give it credit that it's not terribly formulaic like the other two. Like, it's breaking the formula.
Well,
but it kind of threw me off with that. Like, that's not a bad thing.
It's like they intentionally knew basically how he felt towards the previous episodes inside. Let's go with these two just for laughs.
Let's do something different with the same formula, which I wholeheartedly accept.
Well, they don't just get to the point; they just go deeper and deeper to the point. Like, they instead of just like
Groundhog Day, Inception, Matrix, everything.
Is this their real life?
Is this just fantasy?
Meh.
Caught in a landslide, no escape from your cutie marks.
Yeah, remember when cutie marks were considered an awesome thing?
And now they're terrifying.
Equestria is a terrifying place.
What's going on anymore?
To be fair, is Equestria better than our world or worse off?
I mean, it's definitely more interesting.
And it seems more pleasant.
until you realize magic.
Everything wants to kill you.
So, the whole world of Crusher is pretty much magical Australia. Oh my gosh.
Magical, I wouldn't say Australia. I'd say... What's slightly less dangerous than Australia?
Russia. Russian wilderness?
I wouldn't say Russia. That's only just during the winter.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Meh. Moving on. This is why it's a ramble, people.
Right. Right, yes. Celestia, no, Luna. Right, speaking of Celestia.
Celestia, Final Scratch and Octavia have more screen time than Celestia.
Oh yeah,
in season 5.
Oh yeah, those two show up in basically apparently Pierce tells Apple you're not the only one who's freaking out about their cutie mark.
Yeah.
Or getting one.
Yeah, so we see that Sweetie Belle scene from the from one of the promos.
She tries to.
She tries to sing,
but then
but then
broom, clean stuff.
Yeah.
And of course Octavia, Vinyl Scratch.
0, Vinyl and Octavia give her a 0. Alright, it's just like 1.
I have to give her 1. She's my sister.
I love that. It's like I can't completely fail her, so I have to give her a 1, even though that's complete crap.
You tried, but you failed spectacularly.
It's like you failed so bad, but I have to give you even the slightest bit of pity. That is hilarious.
And then someone did try and hit it.
Yep. 10.
And then School was trying to do some sort of like jump ramp thing.
Yeah.
Someone
and then mixing bowl. And then she falls into a canyon full of cake batter, and then drowns in it. Well, okay.
It's a dream. She's not dead.
That's morbid.
All right. So Apple realizes, oh, I'm not the only one who's freaking out. Okay. Yeah. So she meets up with her friends inside the dream clubhouse with Luna present, and she's very adorable in their expression.
It's so adorable.
And they're like, wait, this is a dream, so I can fly. Skillo flies around with no problem.
Skillo can fly. Eee.
I have such mixed feelings towards that. I'm both happy and sad.
It's adorable, but it's so bittersweet.
Because we don't know where that's leading to. Will she fly, or she...
Or will she only fly in her dreams? We just need an episode of Scotalo's dream now, just to satisfy her.
I'll be sad if she can't fly. We'll be all sad she can't fly.
Yeah.
I mean, Fluttershy can fly, and she's a crappy flyer.
Lies.
Semi-crappy flyer.
I can live with this. So, yeah.
Speaking of, Fluttershy's a terrible... It was kind of not the best flyer. I wonder what how flying skills were when she was a filly.
When she was like...
Yeah, when she was like the same
little filly?
Yeah. Well, she did fly off a cloud. Fell. Whatever.
She didn't fly off a cloud. She was pushed off. And then plummeted to her death.
Something butterflies. And then whatever. So the CMC, pretty much come together and come to the sense. It's like, you know what? Who cares? Our keyword doesn't define who we are. And besides, our cutie marks will just represent who we are anyway when we get them.
Yeah, our cutie marks will represent who we are, not who we fear we will be. So that's a nice message.
Yeah. Yeah, so they won't get terrible cutie marks once they've had their epiphany. And maybe they will get them at the same time. Well, there's always episode 6 where they're going to go after that dude.
Yeah. And you thought Apple Bloom was going to get her cutie mark. You poor soul. Anyone who believed that for a second. Anyone who believed that for a second, just jump off a duck.
If you believe Apple Bloom got her cutie mark for real this episode, you're just fooling yourself. Just like the idiots who fool themselves and fight to the finish.
I haven't heard anyone say that they actually got fooled by it, though. So I'm just saying that as a...
It's been 5 seasons. We've seen these do their...
We've seen these fake outs so many times. Are you really going to start believing it now?
You know what? Here's the thing. I bet when they finally do get the cutie marks, nobody's gonna buy it. Like they're gonna, they're not.
Is this a dream? Is this a dream? The episode ends. Is this a dream? Is this a dream?
Wow, do we have such low expectations for this CMC now? Do we just want them to be around, just be adorable instead of, I don't know, fulfilling their goal they've been trying to do since the first season?
I mean, this episode handled the cutie mark thing very well, I'd say.
Maybe this will be the last.
Like,
maybe this episode and the next episode comes.
like I was pretty sick of the cutie mark subplot before, but I feel like this episode either breathe new life into the whole cutie mark thing, or started the closure at least.
Something tells me this episode and of course Appaloosa's Most Wanted is going to be the last of the whole CMC try to do their cutie marks song and dance routine.
Yeah, but
and then maybe they'll get their cutie marks this season if the whole theme is anything.
Yeah.
Well, then again,
I'm looking forward to episode 6. I have no idea what they'll do with it though. But looking at this one though, I have high hopes.
Yeah. Actually,
what?
What if they actually don't get their cutie marks this season?
I don't care. We have season 6.
Well, then again, I think people are going to start getting tired of them not getting their cutie marks at this point. It's been 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And they're not even close enough to getting their marks yet. I mean, the girls are even starting to sound like they're hitting puberty anyway.
They're so old.
Who knows? Maybe they will get their cutie marks this season. I just hope they do before the show ends. And Rainbow Dash becomes a Wonder Bowl. That's all I want. Like, if they're going to wrap up anything, at least have those requirements fulfilled before you end the show. And end the show on a good note, at least.
Yeah, tie up the loose ends, please.
Yeah. So, it was
an episode. I'd say
a very trippy but fun episode.
Favorite episode of the season so far? I mean, that's kind of not saying much since there's only 4 episodes.
I can't really call any episode like my favorite at this point.
I'd say this is... I'm having trouble deciding whether it's a 9 out of 10 or a 9.5 out of 10. Like I think 9.5 out of 10 is a bit too much, but I did really enjoy this episode.
Oh yeah, the season hasn't disappointed me yet.
I would actually... I feel like I want to rate this higher than the Sweetie Belle one, in retrospect, but...
Well, then again, we're not prepared for this kind of madness. But
yeah, but
we weren't expecting the intensity of the madness.
I'd put him on the same exact level, I'd say.
Well, here's the thing of our reaction to Sweet Belle. So we were just thinking it was just going to be another adorable rehash of Sleepless in Ponyville.
And then it was adorable for.
But then we got Sudden Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah, and then this episode does a good job to balance everything. I'd say that's what it does well.
Well, I think it also does a good job, basically.
Sleepless in Ponyville was 100% feels, through and through.
Yeah.
The Sweetie Belle one, that was
more personal, I guess.
I'd say
rather than emotional.
I don't know what kind of ratio feels to mind screw that was though.
Well, there's a lot more.
Would you say there's more mind screw, or would you say there's more?
I think it's also very feelsy, but I think the mind screw is a little bit more intense in Sleepless in Ponyville.
I'd say it's very rigid, this is feels, this is mind screw, and then there's nothing in between. But this episode does a good job at balancing all of that. It's there is a middle ground, for the most part. I mean, it's still very...
Well, this one's just basically going into Apple Bloom's psyche, for all, pretty much dissecting each of her fears and playing them out, how she would react to them, actually.
Mm-hmm. And I think it does that well.
Even if it's not real, people much, still thinking about, if this did play out in reality, it would be pretty, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, thinking Ponyville getting attacked, that's nothing different.
This is nothing new.
The barn blowing up, that's nothing new.
This is nothing new. And then...
The CMC disowning Apple Bloom, that's dark.
That's new.
Apple Bloom's family disowning her?
That's new. Yeah.
I think losing your friends and family would pretty much
so they
freak
did
out more than losing your
They
home.
did a really good job at escalating that, though.
Yeah.
So...
Oh no, my home's getting attacked. Oh no, my actual home's getting attacked. Oh no, my friends are gone. My family's disowning me. What's going on? Why am I torturing myself?
Do you have any problems with the episode? Other than Babs getting your cutie mark out of nowhere?
That's honestly the only complaint I might...
That's a
nitpick.
Yeah, I'd say that's a nitpick. It does...
Oh, by the way, nitpicks aren't valid criticisms.
Well, I mean, nitpicks are valid, but it's like... Nitpicks shouldn't be a basis for hating an episode. Like, if you find one nitpick wrong with an episode, and then you automatically hate the episode because of that nitpick, then that's wrong.
I go into episodes judging them, here's when I review things, I judge them for what they are, not what they should be.
Yes.
Because if I review things for what they should be, that would be spoiled of myself.
Yes. Echoes games. Anyway. Actually, thinking about it a bit more, I'd say it's actually pretty... I think it's 9.5 out of 10 worthy. In all honesty.
It's, more things. Like, people have also been talking about, like, how Celestia's had a very lack of involvement, like, very lately. Like, people are thinking, oh, she's never gonna get an episode. Luna keeps getting all the attention and love.
Well, I mean, when has Celestia really done anything? If you think about it. Like, well, didn't we have this conversation last week, though?
I don't know.
Groundhog Day!
Yeah, Groundhog Day!
Groundhog Day, Inception, Matrix.
Also, the way Luna teaches to her students, tough but fair.
Yeah.
Wonder how Sunset and Twilight would have done under her tutelage.
When will my reflection show who I am inside? And then Apple Bloom's just looking at her shadow.
And then Luna shows up at the Celestia School for Gifted Unicorns. Greetings, dying students! Turn to page... Blah, 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 and,
Turn to page 281. And... Where are we going with that?
I don't know.
Are we done?
Yeah, I just completely...
Alright, not as bad as a mind screw as For Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils.
Well, that just caught us off guard.
Yeah. But, this was still pretty ridiculous. I'd say that's more of the imagery than the actual...
Yeah.
Than, like, the...
The Sweetie Belle episode looked creepy as heck, especially watching...
The Apple Bloom episode, though, is pretty much just, like, very straightforward with what it does.
Yeah, like, escalating madness.
The Sweetie Belle's case is... It's just... What is going on?
What does it mean?
Like, the imagery is more of the thing in that episode.
Well, then again, it's not like I don't know.
I mean, both episodes have implications pretty, equal, I'd say.
I think we've gone on enough about this episode. If you haven't seen it, why are you watching this? Go watch it, you fools!
If you haven't seen the episode, please just stop watching our reviews before you watch the episode.
What do you mean, what? Why don't you just go to us first for, what do you want to know about the episode? Just watch the episode, then come to us.
Yes. And that is why... And that is why people are spoilers. If you click on something that has...
You're asking for it.
If you click on something that has...
We put a disclaimer every time we post something. It's like, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
I still love that GIF. He's the best GIF.
We're gonna keep using that GIF until it's...
Until forever. Because it works. Anyway, are we done?
Yeah. Now, wait. Next week... Winter stop up, winter stop up.
I don't have any jokes.
Let's finish our holiday cheer.
No, let's prevent our holiday cheer. I don't know where we're going with this. Ending.
We're going to next episode next week. Yay!
Possibly a solo song, too. So that's good. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, and